of this trip. Is where
Absolutely.
everything started after we had Antarctica as a destination set up, and your clients agreed to go to Antarctica. Then we start talking about Chile and the pre and the post and the rest. So
it's kind of like while you're over there, you've travelled such a long way to go to such a beautiful place, but you're also en route through some of the most spectacular parts of the globe. So It makes sense to, if you're going to take this time out, why not just take a week either side and throw some more excitement.
You had 7 nights, and you're doing one of the most amazing experiences that you have probably.
Absolutely.
I would say in the world, but definitely in the top 5 of what you can.
And I think it sort of gets you into. So many of us go on our holidays or our travels, and we've had all of this lead up from work. We're trying to get deadlines done before we go, making sure that we have very little to come back to, as far as stress. So it's quite a stressful time leading up to getting everything packed, getting on the plane, and then there's the flights. So doing a week beforehand is fantastic. It prepares you and eases you into this travel mindset. So by the time when you get onto the boat to go down to Antarctica, you're already you're in the best headspace you possibly can be.
Yeah, excellent. So of course, Antarctica 21, fly and sail cruises from to the Antarctic Peninsula, flying from Punta Arenas in Chile. And why Antarctica 21, Matt? Tell us a little bit, because the options today in the market. You can go from, I would say, I don't know if the word is budget, but more affordable or affordable trips, and you can go all the way to super luxury.
Cheaper. I'll say the word is, and cheap. It doesn't just start and stop with monetary. It's cheaper tours usually result in a cheaper experience. Yeah. And in this instance, I can say, like hand on my heart, Antarctica 21 delivered absolutely the highest quality and beyond my expectations with this trip. I did a lot of research before I initially spoke with yourself, and I've got to say that from the very outset when I first met you, right through to getting our post-trip packages with our photos of the trip that they took of us, which is very nice. Everything from there, the whole experience, the food, the staff, the experts that are on that boat. You've got geologists, marine biologists. You've got just historians. We were never bored. There wasn't enough time in the day to just you never sit around wondering what's going to be happening. It was just, there was always something to do. Everything was obviously optional, but we were just mind blown every second. Like it was just, and I think that doesn't come from just being a tour operator down there. That comes from experience. That comes from people who understand what it's like to get down there and have a complete experience, and get a full understanding of the land, the ecology, even just the conservation of it as well, all again from a very objective standpoint. So everyone just came on board, and we just shaped this community instantly. And I think it's something that's definitely, like I talked earlier about, a destination getting under your skin, and it's something that doesn't leave you. And probably there's a lot of people on board those on the boat that working there that's got that like a travel bug, but the Antarctica bug. It's bitten them, and they're down there time and time again, just basking in this place.
So Antarctica 21 pioneered the concept of flying over the Drake Passage, avoid the rough seas, and instead of 2 days of sailing one way, it's a 2-hour flight. So you depart from Punta Arenas in Chile, it's a 2-hour flight, you land in King George Island, and then you board the ship. Okay, so that saves you 4 days right away, what was the concept of, okay, let's use these 4 days to actually do Patagonia, right? And Torres del Paine National Park. And this is where it all comes together. But you chose a particular departure. So the core departure or the main itineraries or programs that Antarctica 21 is running is you fly in, the classic Antarctica program is 7 nights in total, you fly in, 5 days cruising the Antarctic Peninsula and come back. But you chose the Antarctica and South Georgia air cruise. Tell us a little bit more about choosing this itinerary compared to the fly-in, fly-out option.
The fly-in, fly-out, don't get me wrong, that really appealed as well. The direct passage, I've got no point to prove to the world at all. My clientele that I think are very thankful too, that I know some people say, oh, we've sailed the Drake several times and it hasn't been too treacherous, but that it can kick up. It's notorious for it. Yeah. I just can't take that risk. And being 2 days at sail on the way there and 2 days back, I think that's a bit of an anticlimax to sail back after seeing all this amazing stuff and then sitting there at sea for 2 days and coming back in on the hope that the seas might be calm. But that luxury of getting on a plane, it's surreal. It's unbelievably surreal to get on a plane and fly in an aircraft that's painted up like a chin-strap penguin.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very cute.
Right. Yeah.
And then just land on a runway at a research station and grab all your gear and off you go and walk. And just the experience of getting off the plane and walking through a research station, get onto your Zodiac, meet these people who are going to be entertaining you for the next 14 days, and then go out to the mothership, this brand new boat, which is incredible.
That's another video. No, we'll discuss a little bit. Yeah. No, but of course, Antarctica 21 has been operating for 15 seasons now and keep going with the most experience in the air cruise industry, mainly dedicated to the air cruise format for visiting Antarctica. And this model has been successful, so this has allowed Antarctica 21 to invest in a new vessel, actually made in Chile and owned by Antarctica 21, and is the Magellan Explorer. Okay, we'll do another video to check the details of the ship itself, but tell us, it's brand new, so tell us what you think. Tell us how was the ship, the reaction of your clients, tell us a little bit an overview of what happened when you actually saw this thing and then you go in. It's
brand new boat, icebergs. What could go wrong? I guess when you hear there's a brand new boat, it's like, wow, can't wait to go on there. This is going to be new and exciting. But when we got onto this boat, there's all these other things that start to surface as well. Like, this is a brand new boat. Is the operation going to be as well oiled as it is with a seasoned boat that's been operating for years? Yes, this is credit to these guys. They've got a crew on there that have obviously done some good training and know how other boats operate, and have come onto this particular boat, and it's like they've been sailing for 10 years. It was nothing went off. There was no hitches or anything like that. It was just absolutely well oiled, like from the minute that you got on there to every bit of service. And just the rooms are fantastic, or everything just super modern and perfect, actually.
Great. So let's talk a little bit about the operation, because this is, as you mentioned, is a key for a successful expedition to Antarctica. Antarctica 21, in particular, in the Magellan Explorer, 74 passengers maximum, and then you have 14 expedition leaders. So this means they have the highest ratio between expedition leaders and passengers. So the most personalized service today operating the Antarctic Peninsula, and then you have 2 landings per day. How did your passengers take advantage of these facts that make this experience unique?
I think having just the smaller group, having only 74 passengers, that's a luxury, particularly with the conditions. The law down there is more than 100 people, then you can't have them in an area at the same time. So then you're getting divided experiences. Some people saw the whales this morning, some people missed it or whatever. It starts to create unrest on an experience like that. But we all did exactly the same thing. We all got the same experiences. I think, and also just being able to get down onto a Zodiac and load in and out as quick as we did with a team of experts. And this is not just, they're not always calm seas. We were very fortunate, I've got to say. They told us, we didn't know how well we had it, but there's times when there's swell and these things, your Zodiac's going up and down, and these guys just read the swell. And my clientele, an older demographic, I can say that respectfully, and every one of those people was able to get on and off the boat. They were always secured and safe with the staff, just grabbing hold of them, the crew.
Perfect.
And
so they were able to do all the landings every day.
Yeah, and landings in places which, like St Andrews Bay, that's one where that sometimes don't even get in there. They just see it from the Zodiacs. But they got in there, and these guys are getting waves go over the top of us, and we just get brought in like royalty. And,
perfect. That's good. So that's the whole aim of Antarctica 21. So the experience, a low number of people when you do your expeditions, and then of course the advantage of flying instead of sailing. Okay, so those are the three main components that make the Antarctica 21 experience so unique, and of course being the pioneers of this concept of traveling to the white continent so successful. Okay. The departure that you took, it was the last one of the season.
That's right.
Okay. And this departure starts in Chile, you fly into the Antarctic Peninsula, then you go to South Georgia, okay?
Yes.
Which is different compared to what you see in the Antarctic Peninsula, and I would say the main highlight of South Georgia would be the wildlife, all right?
Incredible.
Tell us a little bit, what does it mean for, of course you have done a lot of wildlife photography in Africa, so tell us a little bit about wildlife photography in South Georgia.
I'm just going to say first, like when you're looking at itineraries, there's choice. It's not just, you don't just go to Antarctica. There's you can fly in, fly out, and you've sort of got to have your clients in mind. I do not regret going to South Georgia and doing the itinerary. That was just the most perfect trip you could ask for, with the pre and post as well, because we had the Patagonia and then the sub-Antarctic region, and then we went into Antarctica. We got the full all-round experience of seeing every part of South America, and then down into Antarctica. And then from going out there, retracing Shackleton's footsteps as well. Yeah. That's when you learn the history, it's quite an emotional journey. You just think, we didn't need luxury. Yeah. But these guys, when you see what they had out there and how they survived, it's amazing that they even made it back. And when we left the Antarctic Peninsula, we were fortunate that we could get at Elephant Island, where Shackleton's men were stranded. Yeah. We actually got an intimate experience of getting right into that bay, right where those guys lived for, through the coldest 4 months of hell. Yeah. Wow. And we got right into there and got to see all of that en route to South Georgia. And then South Georgia, just a mind-blowing place. Again, so different to Antarctica, and I think it's one of those places that while you're down there, just go there. Like if the itinerary permits, or if you've got the time, then go and see South Georgia. I've heard people say that they thought it was even like they favoured it over Antarctica. I can't say that. Both places are just blow your mind awesome. Yeah. The wildlife, we were pretty lucky when we were in Antarctica. We got a lot of penguins, whales, seals, like lots of varieties of seals. And then when we got to South Georgia, of course, king penguins. Life's just better with king penguins. They are awesome. And also we happened to go at the start of March through to mid-March, and that's a time when there's a lot of fur seal pups, Antarctic fur seal pups,
Yeah.
and they're smaller than the king penguins. So king penguins about that high,
Yeah.
and then you've got your little fur seals, and they're just like little puppies. And there's no alpha predators on land, so they've got no fear. They
just go everywhere.
It's like
comes to you.
Yeah, little animal crash, or little as million penguins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Getting seals. Yeah.
Do you in short, what was the feedback from your clients? What I know some of them write you a letter and everything, but in general terms, what?
Mind blown.
Okay. Okay, good. So we did a good job.
Exceptional, like the best, and you just do it time and time again. Just yeah. I'm already looking forward to going down there again. I don't want to do anything else but just be down there. Really, I hate the cold, Ben. I said that before I went. I'm like, why did I sign up to this? But you dress appropriately and you get down there, and there's
no bad weather, only bad year. So that's something to consider.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we were very fortunate that the conditions were great. We had sunrises, sunsets, just the best animal encounters, the best crew, the best boat, the best. So the feedback from my clients, to answer the question, is they're absolutely blown away. It's the best thing they've done in their life.
Perfect.
And that's consistent.
We're not going to stop to talk about Argentina, because it was literally, I think, 2 days before all the borders in the world were closed. So you came back. You came back to Sydney, I think, 2 days before they closed the border, or the day before, something like that.
We got in. In Sydney.
Yeah. So when you arrived here, I think it was one of the last.
They'd already closed it to foreign nationals.
Yes.
So they were just basically getting everybody else in by that stage.
Okay.
But Argentina, I've been to Argentina before, 15 years ago. Had a fabulous time there. We were very excited about going to, particularly Buenos Aires. It's an amazing city.
You can't go wrong with Buenos Aires.
That's right.
Yeah.
But in a crisis like this, they were difficult times. It's difficult times for the whole world. It's not fair to even rate an experience like that. It was the tour pretty much ended in Antarctica. We were fortunate enough to come home. Many didn't. With other tour companies, there's a lot of people that have got some horror stories.
Yeah.
I can say that we were well looked after right through to getting home. Like I was on the phone with you, saying, with the airlines, just the extended network that you've got outside of Antarctica 21, just with the LATAM Airlines, fabulous. They got everybody back home. We all made it back safely. We all did our isolation, and just in that time chatting to one another and talking about, wow, what just happened.
No, crazy time. You started with social unrest and finished it with COVID-19.
Right.
So you got.
If I could have turned that boat around, the Ushuaia, I've just gone and done that again while this flew over.
Yeah, but that was the safest place to be in a pandemic, like worldwide pandemic.
Yes.
The safest place was in the Antarctic Peninsula.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
All right, perfect. So, Matt, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ben, and thank you for just the best experience. Right from the day that I met you through to till now, mate. Thank you.
Let's talk about the next steps for Outlander Expeditions. What we can expect when we are over this crisis and things come back to normal. And I know right now people are not, of course, planning any trips anywhere. But it will happen.
I think they are. I think everybody's.
Or they are, right? Well, like traveling at home. But tell us a little bit what will happen. What is the next steps? Next tours, new destinations, or coming back to Antarctica. What is on the future for you?
The way I see this whole COVID situation, it's not good. It's very sad in many ways. But when you look at cyclones, they always name cyclones. They give it a name, and like a storm, it passes. And I hope with this COVID-19 that it'll pass like a storm. The world will be a slightly different place. Just hygiene standards and things like that. I don't think it's going to change travel as we know it. I think there's just going to be higher standards to avoid any problems like this. Even when we were on when we arrived to go onto the boat, when we arrived to go from Punta Arenas to fly down, we went through quite a stringent health check, and I think you're going to start to see this sort of thing in places like we did after 9/11. You know, the world didn't stop after it. Now we've got metal detectors on everything. You know, they had marshals on the planes for a while and things like that. But it starts to relax as the problem starts to relax. And I think this is something that's going to eventually subside, and we will get back to a better level of normal, shall we say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for Outlander Expeditions, the future's bright. People still want to travel. That's something that's, you know, we've had world wars, we've had pandemics, we've had all sorts of things go on throughout the ages. But you know, life continues, and travel will continue as well. So I'm just going to continue with delivering what I believe is the best possible experience. If we're going to pick a destination on this, you know, that's always my mindset. I would just think, what is the best possible experience that I can muster up with what's available for this place? And that, like I did with Antarctica 21, I feel confident in that choice, and look forward to doing it time and time again.
Perfect. All right. For everyone watching, thank you. I'm Ben, Managing Director of Nomad Unique Experiences. Thank you, Matt, again for your time and discussing your trip. If you are struggling, if you're a travel agent and want to get in touch with us and see and know more about our product, the product that we represent from Chile, Peru and Antarctica, please check all the information below, and we'll be in touch. We'll keep doing this series, and the idea is to take advantage of what the current situation is, and we need to be ready when things come back, and stay strong, keep dreaming, and let's travel soon. Thank you.
Thank you.